we'll have a.
Okay.
I got a little bit of a lull in London session. I replied to your questions. Did you get them?
No, I haven't seen that. Sorry.
Okay.
Um,
Um, if hold on,
uh,
let me see. I think I have to get clever. I can share. Uh, hold on a second. I'll open. Yeah, okay. I open the first one. Let's see if I can find it in Zoom because I managed to just work through them and I sent them. I knew you wouldn't
okay.
have time. All right. Can you see this one?
I can. Yes. Yes.
Okay. So let me just go through to my answers. So the easiest storage number two to see when they set up after storage number one or storage number one at the open, for the simple
Hmm.
reason that we'll be expecting them.
Yeah.
So I highly recommend you focus on these as they will appear clearly before you.
Okay.
And then I'm going to say sometimes there's no distinct and dramatic breakout that provides a storage number one or storage number one at the open, but the market is going up or going down. And you are sitting there
Yeah.
wondering when and where to find an entry. In these situations, and when the market is above value of yesterday or below low of yesterday, it comes back to test the 10 EMA and you get the confirming BTC to trade. And I clear about where to put your stop, then take a trade. Okay, so this is where you
Yeah.
can't see one at the open, but the thing is going up or going down, you know. Um, so
Yeah. Yeah.
that's let me read the answers then because I think they're
Okay.
interlinked.
Yeah.
Uh, I think taking storage number two trades as described here
Hmm.
becomes easier over time as you become more and more proficient at the easier storage number two setups coming after storage number
That
one or
makes
storage number
sense.
one at the open. So probably
Yeah.
best
Yeah.
not to worry about them over the next month of taking trades. Okay.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah.
Uh, let me.
Just on that one,
Yep.
can I tell you where I got to? Because I was less concerned about that one than the other one.
Okay.
And the reason why was because when I went back through the original notes for the course, it made it very clear that you were expecting a strong trend.
Yes. Yes.
And I was thinking a strong trend is not always going to be something that's preceded or that involves a setup number one,
Yeah.
a strategy number one.
Yeah.
So I can quite understand that if you've had a market that's continued to go down,
Yeah.
you might judge that to be a strong trend still. So that kind of does make sense. It
Yeah.
was just the fact that we had a rule, and you know what
Yeah.
I'm like with my rules.
No, no,
um,
and you're absolutely right. And I think it's probably best just ignore it. You're gonna start to see them,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and,
No, that makes
and you're
sense as
gonna get
well. Yeah,
you're gonna get the frustration. This thing is going up. There's
yeah,
I can't see anything, and it comes
yeah,
back to the EMA. And but where is the storage number one? And
yeah.
you get a sense of when it's happening. But don't go
Yes.
looking for it.
It's kind
Just
of like a nuance to the thing, isn't it? As you get more
yes,
familiar with the overall strategy,
yes, yeah.
then there's a different situation. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
That's good.
I mean, I had quite a battle whether to put it in or not. But like Paul says, I never want to hold anything back. Just
Yeah.
give the guys everything, and over time it will make sense, right?
Okay, that's
Um,
that's brilliant.
all right, so I can always come back to this. I'm just closing them so that when I flip around
Yeah. No, I'm
my,
happy with that one. That's fine, George.
um, let me open the next one. Okay, let's share this. Okay, let's see what this one says. All right, so um, all right, so in the last course, or maybe the latest course, I clarified that as long as the following criteria is met, take the trade. The revaluations are clearly present. We have up to
Yeah,
4 before the bull breakout, my red squiggles. So, I just, that's the revaluation. So, clearly the guys are
yeah.
saying this asset is too low. Then you get the bull breakout. The BTC's body is about 3/4 above the low of yesterday. So what I said is once you see a breakout,
Okay. Yeah.
that's it. It's not, you don't get a ruler, just get a look at it and say, okay, that's good enough. Because you're gonna put your stop down here, or if you want, use a measured move stop still down here.
Yeah.
I absolutely love measured move stops whenever I'm kind of hesitating because I know I can, and it happens. I can, if I'm pretty clear about the strength, I just put the stop there because that's
Yeah.
good enough, right? Because half is going to be a good enough
Yeah.
level and then go. But when you're hesitating, either put it here or just put
Yeah.
measure move stop, take off half, you're perfectly fine. You wait for it, and then you don't stress about, oh, I think. So you
Mm.
always have an option, right? So that's key. That 3/4 of the body must be, and that's clearly it's more than half,
I
could be two
I
thirds,
actually
but
remember you saying that now as well.
yeah,
That's me then. I just forgot about that
yeah,
one.
no, that's fine. And then absolutely key, this breakout candle closed on its high with a very small tail. You can have a small tail, you don't want a big tail on top. Okay,
Okay.
so and then so that
Oh, that's
qualifies
good.
it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Then on number two, now what we want is minimum 1 times risk reward to target by the breakout trend candle, which is that, right? Uh,
Yeah.
this one with a stop below its low, because this is a breakout trend candle, will be, just at the high or just above.
Okay.
Any wider stop would disqualify it. Now, what is interesting here? The actual strategy number 2 setup was this doji.
Mm.
That's the actual test of it, right? And
Yeah.
if this candle here, the big one, became like that, would have been happy to take it. But the
Mm.
bulls are strong enough and urgent to keep going.
Mhm.
So you are it's still like a strategy. It is a strategy too, though it's a big candle. So you can
Yeah.
put the stop there if you want. And if you're a little bit more conservative, maybe a little bit lower, then that then changes the mathematics of it, right? Then probably best not to take it. But that's valid
Yeah.
with a stop there, just there or thereabouts. So you could
Okay. Yeah.
let it go and then just wait for more information, which we got quite rightly. There's
Mhm.
another test of the EMA. You know,
Yeah.
you could have taken that and said, okay, maybe I don't like the bare body. Like here, I don't like the bare body. Let me wait. And then you get that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a perfect gift, and your stop there is perfect. You can even put your wider stop there. But that stop is perfect measure move, and that gives you enough of a
That
return.
one works, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
that would work perfectly.
But the alternative one, which you said, I think using, if you decided you were going to use the entry from the high of the previous candle
Yeah.
alongside the small one that's perfectly
Yes.
formed.
Yeah.
No, 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 not
Oh,
that one.
here. Yeah.
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 If you use that one and then you get to the second entry level,
Yeah.
which is the one I've put two eyes against,
Yeah.
um, that one would then, I believe, that one would take you above the high of yesterday zone.
If you
So that
use
was,
that, yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that one, we have been told a few times that if you haven't got room to fit in the target, don't take it.
Yes.
And that confused me. Again,
Okay, because of the two eyes here, right?
because of the two eyes, which was
Yeah.
the alternative. You said
Stop.
if you want to be a bit more cautious,
Then don't take it.
um,
Then you're absolutely
don't
right.
take it.
No, you
Yeah,
and that's exactly it. Because
yeah,
you're using these filters logically and
yeah,
emotionally. Okay. I'm not happy to put the stop there. I'm gonna put the
yeah,
stop there. I don't have 1 times. I don't take it. Just leave it.
yeah, yeah.
Just absolutely leave it.
Okay, okay. Fair enough.
Okay.
And
Because
there's no problem with doing that because there's so many trades that come up.
yeah.
It doesn't matter if you leave a few that you're not sure about at the time. as far as I could see, anyway.
That's exactly what I'm trying to get into the traders, that it's better for you to say, okay, I've cleared all my filters. I don't have a trade. I'm going to live it. That is fine.
Yeah.
Because then you remain in that peace of mind state that we want. And then when you
Yeah.
come to execute, you can just get a gift and just keep on building, and you're perfectly fantastic. There is no need to fill the baskets with trades that I was speaking to one of the other traders, and they told me, what they've been doing, their win ratio trades, etc. And said, oh, before you go any further, I can tell you, I was waiting too late, waiting for 2, 3 candles to get in to the
Mm.
trade, and then I'm using the wrong stop. And then once I'm in, I'm afraid to remove half the risk. All the wrong things. And then I'm taking trades that have less than 1 time because I'm hoping, I'm saying, oh my goodness. The moment we start to do that, you've messed up your psychology, because then you have to undo all of that stuff in your mind.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's harder.
Yeah.
So just keep it simple.
No.
So it's perfectly fine to let it go. I mean, and that is a logical decision. I mean, these are valid stops. And you're quickly
Mm.
deciding, I'm not going to put it here, or I'm going to put it here happy. I'm not, and that's perfectly fine. That
Yeah.
is what we need to do.
Okay. That sounds good.
Uh, this BTC meets the criteria, take the trade. That one, yeah. So once you remember the 3 quarters, that's it.
Yeah. That's no problem then. Yeah.
That's no problem.
I'm
And
happy about that.
yeah, you can put your stop here beneath the low of yesterday. You can put your stop down here and say, well, I think we're going to go further. And if this is leg 1, leg 2, that is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But once you see that, and it's the first breakout, one of the things I emphasized the last time around, when I dropped surprise and all of that, because that was confusing. So if you
Yeah.
just go to the simplicity of, is this the first breakout candle above
Mm-hmm.
the high of yesterday? And does it become a large breakout trend candle? Take it. And
That's
if
nice and simple.
it is, if you see, and you know what it is, if you see, let's say you have a breakout here, and then a tail, and then it doesn't. So let's say somewhere here we went out and came back, and then it does this. Then you see this big candle. It's not the
Mm.
first breakout trend candle. So don't do anything. Wait for strategy number 2.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not the first breakout trend candle, which becomes the large one, leave it. Good for the guys. I can take my time, see what's happening, and then take strategy number 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. That's good.
Um, let's find let me find the last one, then we can. So we can still come back to any. I just want to make sure I answer your, using the slides, and then you can question.
I've got another one for you as well.
No, that's fantastic. No, that's what I want to hear. And well, at least good thing is I managed to go through this before, so we're not going to waste time, right?
That's brilliant. Yeah.
All right. So I said there's no way in my coaching videos you'll ever hear me say, don't take the trade because the stop loss is big. I was answering
I,
this one. Candle 3, decent but weak by indecision, and stop loss will be big. Taking target
what's this?
long.
I can't see anything. Are you showing me something
Oh,
here?
oh my goodness, it's not sharing. Oh goodness, hold on. Okay, let me stop share and share again. What happened to it? Is it showing now?
Yes, it is now. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
So
what have I
so
done here?
so,
Yeah.
so this
And
was me when you said decent breakout trend candle, fantastic, but weak. That's okay. That's good.
okay.
Indecision before filled. I then said candle 2 is a beautiful follow through after candle number 1. Breakout trend candle, no tails either side. You've got to take this trade. And then you then said indecision before filled and stop loss. Stop loss would be big. Taking target low. I said there is no way you'll ever hear me say don't take the trade because the stop loss is big. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
yeah,
It doesn't matter that, that the target is here because that's what the bears want. The bears want to
yeah.
collapse this thing to zero. Remember, they want to decelerate to zero. So the bears want to smash through here. If they don't get it, that's fine. All right. So it doesn't matter. Put this, that's the correct stop loss. So you're taking this, your stop loss is above here. Into
Hmm.
the trade, remove half the risk. This candle closes, you can put your stop here. You go sideways, tighten your stop to here, you're in profit. Maybe you exit somewhere down here. But when you take that with the bears doing that and follow through, every bear is hoping all the bears in the world come in so that they can get to.
Okay, now that all makes sense,
Yeah.
and I can understand why we're taking that one. But, and I think you can probably guess where I'm going with this.
Okay.
It's not a strategy portfolio two, and we should only, according to the rules we've got, we should only be trading across the midline with strategy portfolio number two.
But you have forgotten the strategy refinement that I introduced that if the market opens
Yeah.
and it kind of works around in the middle AVZ,
Hmm.
right? We are going to look for the first breakout trend candle and then look to trade
Okay.
that. So we get that breakout trend candle. The only reason we don't take it, is well, I don't like that wick. It's a small wick, it's less than a quarter. So based on less than a quarter
Yes, it is.
internal,
Yeah.
you could take that.
Yeah.
But so that's a valid trade because
I
if
figured it hadn't broken the low that occurred earlier on in the day.
yeah,
There's that
well,
low which just
yeah,
poked through.
it just poked through. So you can take the breakout or you can wait for that
Yeah.
follow through, which confirms that they're strong.
Okay.
But we said if the market is opening in the AVZ of indecision, so it's in between high and low, but we come back to the
Yeah.
indecision.
Yeah.
And if you look at the notes, I say you might see, two or three breakout trend candles, just get a
Yeah.
sense of it. Bears had that, to a new low at that stage. Bulls tried, and then we have this one straight back there and the follow
Yeah.
through. This is that one where I said, guys, strategy number one, middle to lower or middle to upper. That's
Okay.
and that's the only
Yeah, you're
one.
right. I'd forgotten that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd forgotten.
that's
But I do
yeah,
remember you saying it now.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's it. Otherwise, if it doesn't do that, then it's gonna be coming off an AVZ, either from the upper in or from the lower up, or we're above. Then we just use that strategy matrix.
Mm. That may be when I said I'd got another one, I was confused about. That may cover that one as well then, because on video 26,
Okay.
and I haven't got a screen print of this
No,
at the
no,
moment, but
that's
on
fine.
video 26, there were two trades or two possible entries
Okay.
where there was a big bearish candle that went through the midline,
Okay.
and then it came back up again, and then it went back through the midline again. And your words, I've written it down actually.
Yeah. Yeah. No, tell me, I
You
want to
said it's
hear.
a gift. It's a gift. You have to take this. And I thought, yeah, I can see it looks like a gift, and it's such a strong bearish candle. I want to take it.
Yeah.
But I said, it's breaking the rule.
Which
But
rule was I breaking?
well, it was that one I got
Oh, I
confused about, where
see.
you
Okay.
never take a strategy one or a strategy
Ah,
one with a surprise candle
yes,
through the midline, but it's
yes.
probably because it was along
It was
it'd
along
been
the
in the
AVZ
midline.
of indecision, yeah.
Yeah,
And and
yeah.
and that's exactly, I mean, I think the one that I said it's a gift because it was just so pristine. It was right there. And then when it breaks, you still have one times risk reward. It's like, guys, just take this.
Yeah.
And the beauty of it, when you get one of these, if at all you are hesitant and you want to put a stop here, just put a wide stop
Mm.
because the bears want to get down to here. Put a stop
Yep.
above. That's a huge stop, right? Because if they get
Mm.
down to here, you're still gonna get your one times risk reward anyway.
Yeah.
So if you see it and you're hesitant and you don't like the stop, just go wide stop. You take off half the
So
risk. Eh?
I was complaining about the stock being too big, and now you're telling me to make it bigger.
Make it.
Yeah, fair play.
I didn't even think of it. So yes, make the stop big and be comfortable with it because
Get used to it.
get used to it. Get used to it. And
Yeah.
there's something else about a big stop when you're not clear, right? Because
Mhm.
if you take, remember, 75% chance. Um, I know that whole kind of little story I use of uh let's say Singaporean army's got 1,000 snipers rated among the
Mhm.
best in the world. The number one guy, world record at 5 kilometers in stormy winds, rain, cloud, dark, he's gonna take your eye out. The number 1,000th guy, we're still good. Only a 10% chance he can take your eye out. So we're gonna say, Rob, there is $1 million, right, for you. If this guy is only got 10% chance of taking you out. So we're gonna simulate the storm, make it darker, wind, blah, blah, blah. It's gonna take you short, 90% chance gonna miss, and you walk away with $1 million. In the event that he hits you, giving your family the $1 million anyway. So you're not gonna take it, right?
No way.
That's exactly it. So even when this sets up and we're saying 75% chance, if you do everything perfectly, your execution is fine, your risk management is fine, there's still a 25% chance that the other guy who is
Mm,
buying is gonna make money, you know.
mm,
And if we kind
mm,
of, hesitate and we're slow, blah, 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 it drops to 60%. So 40% chance you lose. Now,
mm.
the good thing about it, if you look at it, you want to take it and you down, you use a wide stop because you know you want to get down here. If you
Yeah,
take it and you remove half the risk and it starts, see what it did here, it starts to do it early, you can still
yeah.
get out with minimal damage
Mm.
because you are building your confidence, you are seeing things, you're not under stress.
Yeah, because you're managing the trade as it goes down,
That's it.
and reducing that size of the effective size of the stop loss when you trail it, aren't you? Yeah.
It's exactly it. I mean, then when you get comfortable, you kind of say, okay, before this thing closes with 30 minutes to go, I've got my measured move stop in there. I know my
Mhm.
stop, where my stop is, my entries, and you get very, as soon as it's triggered, you're not even worrying about what it's going to do. Either
Mm,
you just drag your stop down to 50% risk off and then wait and see what happens. If it
mm,
gets down here, there's a tail, you drag it again to above this breakout trend candle.
mhm,
You start to go sideways above the breakout trend candle, you almost break even. Next breakout trend candle, we have a lower high, you put your stop here, you know,
mm.
and just do that. So it allows you to practice and take things slowly, and just realize, hang on, if this thing sets up, the probability of me not being able to manage my trade before I get hit
Mm.
50% is low. So even if I take it and it fails, I've got enough time to at least take off half the risk. I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes drama can happen. The moment you sell, the bulls who are sleeping just wake up and say, no, no, no. And they just come and change things. But at
Mm.
least 75% of the time, we should be able to take half the risk off.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't had one yet where I haven't been able to take 50% of the risk off straight away. I haven't had one that's turned around immediately so far.
That's
I'm
good.
sure I will.
No, no, but that's good. I mean,
Yeah.
that's you refining your trade selection, and that is perfectly fine, right?
Well, one thing that I have noticed, and yeah, and I think I was aware of this before anyway, but I was a little bit aggressive with the trailing of the stop. I
Okay,
think I was too aggressive,
okay,
and now I've kind of and the chart you've got on the screen at the moment is a good illustration of it because
yeah,
when you come down to that third candle,
yeah.
um, I know for a fact that at one point I would have been very, very keen to get the stop above the next green candle very
Or
quickly.
just okay, right?
Yeah. And then I would have been sorely tempted when it went down and then formed a long tail on the next one.
Yeah,
I would have been tempted to lower it.
yeah,
but I'm trying not to do that. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying not to trail it unless the candles are getting close to the 10 EMA.
That's
So
it.
those next two candles along where it's green and then red,
Yeah.
I might have gone down above the top of those because they're getting to the point where it's not such a strong trend. If it
Right.
had gone through, that would have convinced me even more.
Yeah.
So if we go down the chart a little bit, I'm pointing to it. You can't see where I'm pointing to.
I'm following your words, but you're pointing. I'll
Yeah,
transport
but
myself.
there's a bit, the next pullback, which
Yeah.
takes you just through the with the wick just going through the blue 10 EMA,
Yeah.
then I would definitely have trailed it just above there.
There.
So yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to make sure that I'm not too quick to move to trail the stop loss down, to give it that bit more of a chance to move, like you would say, where it wants to go.
Yeah. And I mean, and
Um,
that is perfectly fine because the other thing you look for is once it's done that and you see like that breakout trend candle, right? The bears are trying to go, then you put your stop there. You
yeah,
see another bear candle here, that breakout candle here. That's a good
yeah,
candle, which is
mhm,
showing the bear strength. You can put it there. I mean, that's fine. You get stopped out there. That's perfectly fine.
yeah,
So you kind
yeah,
of wait to see that evidence
yeah.
and then trail
No,
there.
that does make sense. That's good.
I mean, I try and explain to uh, traders, and I'll touch on it when I do the trader psychology next week.
Looking
We,
forward to that.
the one thing we've got to grasp is um, we've got all these neural constructs that have been built in our whole system, our 100 billion neurons in the central nervous system, each with 100 billion atoms, all that stuff is organized. That's it kind of gets us to act in a certain way. Now we're learning new materials.
Mm,
The moment you take a trade and you know exactly what you do, unfortunately, the neural constructs spring to life because they are embedded within us, whether it's fear, worry, greed, anxiety, uncertainty, doubt. Is this right? It all just kind of springs up. But all you got to
yeah.
remember is you've got to fight that, like you're doing now. You got to. Whereas in the past you trail it down here. Now you got to fight it consciously.
Mm,
You know, trade by trade. Say, moment I took the trade, I accepted the risk.
yes.
Then I removed half the risk. I'm super comfortable. I do not care if I get stopped. It's not going to damage my account. And now I'm almost
Yeah.
here at break even. If I have to bite my nails, walk outside, do whatever, I'm gonna do that. If I get stopped out, that is fine because I'm getting stopped out doing the right thing.
Mm,
Okay. Then I mean that's and it's a proper battle because it's this battle against these neural constructs, and you've got to smash them day by day by day by day until I don't know how long it will take to do proper transformation. But it's a conscious thing. Okay, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. And I do that. You know, sometimes and it's pretty easy when the things are just exploding, right?
yeah.
But when you sit and the video I'm going to do today is on yesterday's UK 100. I mean,
Okay.
there was a beautiful bull breakout, which was triggered by Britain's CPI, and it
Right.
happened 3 4 candles, and it finished before the London Open. And
Yeah.
then when London opened, we got a dodgy, and then it followed through. Now you jump into the trade. That is now strategy two. It's no longer strategy one at the open because we've already broken out above. And then from there, so the good news, if you took the trade, you'd be saying, oh, guys, this is a beautiful trade and it hit measured moves. But it's not like those other ones that I show you where I say, listen, in 3 4 bars, you hit your one times risk reward. This thing took forever from the UK Open all the way to the US Open. It
Yeah.
threatened to reverse, it threatened to do this. So if you were pulling your stop aggressively, you'd have been stopped out, come back for the US session, and you see this thing that's just moved. So then it becomes a battle where it's like, if you could just walk away, but you can't because you're watching something else, right?
Yeah.
But you gotta
Yeah.
say, I'm happy with the risks that I put in place. I'm happy to get stopped out at. I'm gonna live it until I see
Mm.
something that I can trail behind. Because that's sometimes, we work hard to make money by restraining ourselves from
Yeah.
from from banking a little bit, taking a little bit, and we forget, hang on, I've already managed the risk. So what does it matter?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
No,
because
that's true.
it's exactly that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's reverse, right? You have this range before, and then it explodes into three, four candles. It's like in an hour, I've made my money, I'm going home. But you know, it's just how it presents itself to us. So this
Yeah.
battle, do not ever forget that. This is part of just changing those neural constructs, you know, and that's part of enjoying what
Yeah.
we do, right?
It's like fighting against your human nature, isn't it? Or the habits that you built up over a lifetime.
That
And I've been
that
around for a long time.
or here's the good news. Because I'm a master practitioner in NLP, it doesn't matter actually about length of time, right? Because these habits that become these neural constructs that become habits, we talk of either over time or
Yeah.
one time learning. You can
Yes.
have a traumatic event, and
Yeah.
that completely restructures your neural constructs, and that becomes the way you behave.
Yeah.
So it's the same battle, whether it's something that's gradually built
True. Yeah.
or immediate. Immediate, I think, is easier because you can point to an event that happened, therefore. But this
Yeah.
thing that's just built up over time and it's been built up by good things and bad things. That's it flares up
Yeah.
quietly. So, Rob, you've made your money. Just bank it. And more often than not, you are happy to bank it. You are pleased. The problem is you come back and the chart is down here. And you're like,
Yeah.
then you start another battle of beating yourself,
Yes.
you know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, it's working, George. I'm making money, but it's only in a very, very small account. I've got an old account which has only got £260 in it.
that is
Um,
fine,
but
Rob.
it's made nearly 5% this week, so that's good.
That, you know what? That is absolutely brilliant because it doesn't matter if you're doing 5% a week on that account. It's
Yes.
5% a week on a bigger account. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't know how thrilled I am to hear that kind of stuff, you know? And in fact, you should, if you don't mind, send me something to say I made 5% a week, even though it's on a small account. I want to give that to Paul to say, here's what my traders are doing, you know?
I'll do that. Yeah, I will
No,
do
I,
that.
I
I
really, I,
will.
I really want that because there are traders who are just doing what you're doing bit by bit. They're hounding me with questions, and then they come back and say, "No, but you said." And then I have to kind of say, "Okay, let's go through it," because they're doing the things. They are doing.
I do that as well, though, don't I?
No, Rob, you don't know how much I appreciate that. I gotta tell you, the reason I dropped Surprise Breakout was because of you.
Really?
Yeah, because I sat there and I said, you know what? I explained to Rob Surprise Breakout. It made sense to me. But now I'm thinking about how he asks questions. Unless you've got years and years of charts, you're not gonna know what a surprise is.
No,
So just drop it in the talk of breakout trend candle, three-quarter break, and that's it. Whether it's a surprise or not, who cares?
that's brilliant.
You
Yeah,
know?
that is
So
brilliant.
if
Yeah.
I didn't get that feedback, I would just keep on saying, you got to look for a surprise break.
Well, George, I have to say I've got no intention of cancelling my coaching
Oh, brilliant.
subscription. So you get more feedback like that.
No, thank you, Rob. There is, and there was no science to it, but just a sense that I got. right at the beginning. There's three traders that I offered these coaching sessions. I just got a
Mm.
sense right from the beginning. They're asking questions, they're persistent, and you're one of them. So, in appreciation of your renewal, in addition to the one free coaching session I'm giving everyone, I'm gonna give you another two, so you can do one in November, December, January over these next 3 months.
Wow, that's superb. Thank you,
No,
George.
I mean I am grateful because
Well,
when
me
I see
too.
guys growing and making money, I mean, you don't know how big 5% a week is. That is humongous.
Yes, yeah.
You know,
I reckon I really need 3% a month, but
Oh,
five
that
5% a week is
no,
ridiculous.
but I mean, because 6% a month, you'd understand this as a mathematician, you double your account every 12 months.
Yeah,
6% a month, and you're hitting 5%. I mean, it is absolutely boggling. It is brilliant. I mean, I've got to use that and send it to Paul at some stage. But yeah, it is brilliant.
I'll send it in an email.
No,
I'll do something tomorrow morning. Yeah.
no, excellent. That's great. So I'll send you the video recording. And in there, I'll also mention that I'm giving you another two sessions so that you got it formally. And then use
Thank you
that
very
Calendly
much.
just to book yourself November, December, Jan, whenever you want.
Okie doke.
And
I will.
keep the
And
questions coming.
yeah, I will. Don't you worry about that one. Yeah.
Brilliant,
All
man.
right.
Brilliant. All
Thank you
right.
very
I
much,
gotta
George.
prepare for US Open. Take care, mate.
Yeah, you take care as well.
Now
See you then. Bye
remember
bye.
with next week, UK DST changes on Saturday. So London opens an hour
Yes.
later, and then the week after US as well does the same thing.
Yeah, I wish they'd do it on the same date, but they don't, do they?
Yeah,
Never
they
mind.
kind of hang around. But yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah.
British superiority, you should know that.
Oh, they're just so annoying. All right.
All right, take
You
care,
take
mate.
care.
All right, I'll send this
See
to you
you. Thanks
shortly.
again.
All right, cheers. Bye-bye.
Cheers. Bye bye.
Yeah.